Good morning. Okay, so today is Yin Yoga. And for today, have a towel with you or a band, a strap, anything. It doesn't have to be super, super long. So that's why I brought a towel just to show as an example. So you can use a towel. And then, of course, if you have a block or stack of books and a blanket if you'd like. So again, this is Yin. Make sure you're dressed comfortably and warm. And we're going to start out in a seated posture this morning. So on your sit bones, nice and comfortable. Just find a place to be still, a place to start your practice. Find your body, find your breath, soften down. Take a couple of small, slow breaths at first, and then allow them to grow. Lengthening out your inhale and your exhale as they grow bigger and stronger. Inhale, filling up the chest cavity. Drawing the belly in as you exhale. And then as your breath grows, let it grow through the body as well. So not just in the chest cavity as you inhale, but inhale into the shoulders, fill it up in the back of the neck, fill it in the arms, fill it down in your abdomen, feel it helping to kind of glue you down into your mat, into this place in your body. Two more rounds of breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale long and slow through the nose as well. Constrict the back of your throat, creating that fire breath, that ocean sound. And then grabbing the towel, and again, we're going to be seated for a few more moments, so if it helps to have a blanket to sit on the edge of to help support your spine. So grabbing the towel here, or the band, the strap, whatever you have, knuckles facing up, arms straight out in front of you, shoulder length, and I want you to try to really grab your shoulder blades back and down behind your body. So your chest is open, nice and wide. Deep breath in. Lift your arms up, but keep your shoulders down. Come up as far as you can, and then exhale over to the right. Big side body stretch on the left side. So we're not bending or bowing the body. We're just allowing that pulling of the left arm to stretch the left side of the body. And then come back up, inhale, and down over the other side. Again, just allowing that pulling sensation, the weight. Deep breath in. Exhale back down. So we're warming up the shoulders this morning because we are going to do a lot of shoulder release for today's class. So I just want to use this again, bring it up, shoulder blades back and down the body to help with a little bit of mobility in the shoulders, bring some blood flow into the joints. Inhale back up to the top. Lubrication. And then big breath in. And back down. Shoulder rolls here. Again, slow, deep breaths. Really bring your mind to your body. Reverse the direction. Okay, next movement, we're going to take the towel in our right hand, bring it behind you, take the left hand, bring it behind you here, bend your elbow, palm faces away from you. I'll turn to the side to show you, so like this, and grabbing your towel here, or your band, your strap, whatever it is. So that's why I say it can be as long as you need it to be. And you can walk your hands together down the towel to the center as much as you would like. Staying focused on your chest, staying open here, so not caving forward. We're staying big and open, so don't walk your hands down too far to the center of the towel if you start to lose that. So stay up nice and tall here, shoulders back, deep breath in, and we're gonna hold here for a few breaths. Remembering to sit down into your root, so your sit bones. Allow the legs to be heavy, that solid foundation, sitting tall, using your abdominal breathing. So using your breath as you pull your abdomen in when you exhale so that you can stay rooted down and sitting tall. If you feel a little give, pull your top elbow back, open up just a little further. Using your breath to just stay calm in your mind. Focus your energy and your breath wherever your body needs it. Maybe it's a release in the hips. Even though we're here in our shoulders, maybe it's your hips that need more awareness right now. Relaxing the legs down for 2 more breaths. And then slowly release. So just slide the towel, slide your hands, and then bring your arms back together on top of the legs, palms facing up. Deep breath in, roll the shoulders again. Switch directions. We'll do the other side. So left hand's gonna grab the towel this time at the top. Right hand comes back behind you, palm facing away from you, grabbing the towel, the band, and then walking. And as you walk your hands towards the center, just noticing if one side was more open than the other. So this side is tighter for me, my right shoulder girdle. I've had an injury, and so it pulls a little bit more on my right shoulder. So I definitely can't come to a middle ground as much as the other side on the towel. But remember to keep the left elbow back and open, the right shoulder open, chest big and broad towards the front. Pull your shoulder blades together behind you. Sitting nice and tall for a few more breaths. Remembering that abdominal breath. Use your diaphragm, that big muscle that's used for your breath. And by using your abdominal muscles more in your breathing, especially engaging and activating them to draw in, you'll start to actually build your 12-pack. So just by breathing, we're doing abs. Two more breaths. Again, remember to stay heavy in the legs, relaxed. And release when you're ready, nice and slow. Ooh. Again, palms facing up on top of the legs. Pull the shoulders open. Bring the tailbone down into the mat. Draw the spine up tall. Take a deep breath in. And exhale out. Give yourself a nice hug. Right arm crosses over the left. Walk your fingers back. Little twists. And then open up again. This time, left arm over right. Give yourself a hug. And then hands behind you. Fingers facing away from you so that you can pull your shoulder blades together behind you and open the chest. Again, relax the shoulders down away from the ears. Find your neck to be really long here. Deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth as you lift your chin up. Let your sternum open. And come back. Staying in that seated posture. Little neck release. Right ear to right shoulder here. And if you want to add a little extra, you can bring your right hand to the top, right over the left ear. Add a little more tension. We can even walk our left hand out away from the body. You can also rock your hip up and sit on that left arm as you pull over. And then slowly dropping your chin down. And again, slowly pausing wherever you need to for a little extra space and release if you feel extra tension. And then starting to switch your hands. So now that your left hand is on the back of your head, chin down to chest, slow. Feel that release off the tops of the shoulders. Bring your elbows a little closer together in front of you, underneath your face. And play with your tension here. Maybe walk your hands back to the back of your neck and interlace your fingers over the back of the neck and pull down. Maybe walk them back up to the top of the head more. Maybe it feels right to bring them to just the tops of your shoulders. Take another breath in. And exhale out, and we'll come back up to a seated posture. Go ahead and give your neck and your head a little wiggle softly back and forth. Maybe some rolls. And then we're going to come down onto our mat, hands and knees. A couple of cat-cows, deep breath in. Cow, belly down. Exhale, cat your spine. Round the spine up towards the ceiling, belly in, deep breath in. Cow. And exhale, cat. Next posture, again for the shoulders, is heart melter. So if you have a block, you can use a block here. You may want it. Otherwise, maybe a blanket, even a pillow to put underneath the body. Heart melter full expression is hands out nice and wide, and then knees underneath the hips, and allow the chest to come down. So we keep our hips above the knees and allow the head to come down and the chest. So this is where if it's too much and your shoulders aren't that open, because we are going to be here for a few moments, you can place your head on your block. Or if it feels better to have the block underneath the chest or the pillow underneath the chest and sinking down. You can widen your arms out as much as your body needs. Big deep breath in. Long slow exhale out. Try to allow your head and your heart to melt down as far as you can. Relax your tailbone up behind you. So let the hips open, let your sacrum relax. A few nice long slow breaths. Just let the breath wave into the body and wave out. Trying to build this trust with your breath and your body. Trusting that even if you feel uncomfortable and feel that your body shouldn't be in this place, just trust that your body's not going to do anything it's not ready for. For a little extra, if you want, stay there if you're good. For a little extra, if you want, you can also place your hands or arms on that block or a stack of books, and it'll open up just a little further. You can place them on a pillow, so if you lift those arms up just a little. And the other option here too is to bend your elbows, bring your palms together, maybe behind the head. By bending your elbows, you may feel it more down the sides of the body and your lats. So our shoulders actually have quite a few meridians that pass through. So whenever we do shoulder openers, we're creating space around our heart, trying to open up just a little bit more, bringing some light to our heart space. But we also address other places in the body as well. Right in the center, not just your lungs. Taking 2 more breaths here. Relax the last part of your body that's still holding tension. This time, open your mouth and sigh your exhale out. And then bringing yourself onto your stomach, nice and slow. When you're ready, take your time. So lift up slightly here if you need to. And then slowly lowering down flat onto your stomach. Bring your arms close to the body, elbows tucked into the sides of the body, palms facing down, forehead on the mat. Go ahead and bring your gaze to the right. And as you bring your gaze to the right, draw your left shoulder back and down, pull your shoulder blade down your body. Feel the big stretch on the left side of the neck. And then again, bring your forehead to the mat in the center. Take a breath in, exhale, bring your gaze over to the left. Same thing, draw your right shoulder and shoulder blade way down the body as you stretch the right side of the neck. And then inhale, come back to the center. And big, long, slow exhale. Just feel your body melt. Lifting the shoulders, coming up for Sphinx here. So elbows underneath your shoulders. And again, you can use that block, stack of books, pillow, bring it in front of you. And we can stay here. Now, if this is too much on your low spine, you can put a pillow or a blanket underneath the bottom part of your ribs, and that'll help ease that tension. And if you want to feel a little bit more pressure, then just have that block in front of you and you can rest your head on it in just a moment when we get there. So Sphinx is just lengthening your spine and you bring the gaze out in front of you. Again, chest open nice and wide. Pinch the shoulder blades back together behind you. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Feel that long giraffe neck. Relax your belly and your hips down into your mat. And you'll feel that pressure in your spine, a little bit of that curve. So just breathe into your belly and you can feel it changing, kind of adapting into that curve as you breathe into your belly. It'll do this balloon effect. You'll feel it release a little bit and then come back into it as you exhale. And then if you'd like, bring that block or stack of books straight underneath you, lowering your head and gaze down onto them. Feel the length in the back of your spine. And again, all that space and release on the tops of the shoulders and your neck. Letting go of the stress and the anxiety. Let your breath help push the stress out of the body. Let your breath sort of wrap itself around all that tension and pull on it gently and slowly. That's why we use slow, deep, long breaths. Sometimes it takes more than one breath to really release that tension. So again, just focusing your awareness on a place where you can feel there's extra tension. Focus your breath there as well. And then just let your breath gently tug away at it. Feel your body give in as you give it permission to relax. It's okay to be aware of how much tension you have in the body. Be aware of it. Just don't let yourself bring too many attachments to it. Acknowledge it and then let it go. Yes, it was a rough week. Yes, it was a hard day. Ooh, I didn't sleep good last night. Whatever it is, okay. Take a breath into that moment and then exhale and just let it go. Slowly lifting your head up and reaching your arms out in front of you now, lowering down nice and slow. Just sort of feel your body unwrinkle itself, laying out like an iron. Big belly breath, and as you breathe super deep, you can feel that expansion in the part of your back that was just curved. So big breath into the belly. Let it balloon and expand. Feel it kind of ballooning out. You're almost feeling that indentation kind of fill back up like a balloon. And then exhale out. And do one more of those. Deep breath in. Fill out that impression. And exhale out. Lifting your chest up again once more. Lengthen your right arm out. We're going to thread the left arm underneath the body. So underneath the entire body, so that when you lay down, you're laying down on your left arm, your left shoulder. And I'll show you. So you're truly laying down on top of that left shoulder, that left arm. Hopefully you can see that. And then you can use your block to rest your head if you'd like. Pillow, towel, or if you want to lengthen out here, another good way to let gravity really pull the neck down and lengthen here. But you want to be hugging over as you lay down on your left arm. Let your body round over the arm. Big breaths in. And as you breathe into the back, because of course we're not going to breathe into our chest here, we're constricted. So breathing into your back, it's stretching, releasing your shoulder blade. It's opening up your back space. Releasing the pressure, letting all the muscle and the connective tissue that lays across your shoulder blade, your scapula, that flat bone is covered in this sheath of muscle that gets tight and tense. And then so does that sheath of fibrous connective tissue that covers the muscle and that's connected in between the muscles and the bones. So as you breathe here, stretched across that flat bone, all that muscle and connective tissues, releasing, letting out the tension. And again, remember that connective tissue is fibrous, but it's also
a system that helps feed our muscles and our bones and our body. Tons of cells in there for regenerative purposes. There's also a lot of conductivity that goes on in there too, so lots of nerves. Deep breath in. Exhale out all the way. Slowly lifting up. And pulling that left arm out, stretch it out to the left side. Come down onto your chest. Get a nice stretch in the front side. Maybe roll that left shoulder. Stretch it back behind you and up in front of you. And the other side. So left arm up in front of you, right arm underneath you. And again, you really want to lay down on that right shoulder. Big long breaths. Breathing into the right shoulder blade, the right back. Expand your lung into the back space of it. See if you can even imagine your breath and feel your breath filling your lung up all the way on the right side. So even though we're collapsed on that right side and we're constricted, send all of your breath, all of your energy into the right lung, the right side of the body. Feel all the energy and the breath pushing over from the left side of the body even. Right abdomen filling up. So let the left side of the body be the yang or the yin, whichever one works for you. So maybe the right side right now is your yang. There's more light, more movement, more energy. And the left side is the yin right now. It's kind of dark and dormant. 2 more breaths. And exhale out, maybe sigh here. Slowly bring yourself back up. Peel the right arm out once more, out to the side. Give it a stretch, lower the body down. Feel that open space, wiggle your shoulder. Big angel wing swinging your arm out to the side. And then coming down flat, one more stretch. So you can use your towel here for this one as well if you'd like, or you don't need one at all. Hands to the small of your back. Grabbing your towel here, take a nice big deep breath in. And then exhale, pull as if you're trying to pull the towel or break it apart, and then lift the chest. Pull your shoulders back. Again, try to push into the pinky edges of your hands as if you're trying to pull the towel apart from the center. Inhale here. And again, one more. And exhale, lower, release the towel. Let the shoulders roll forward, palms facing up at the sides of the body. We're going to come up in the next breath or two when you're ready. Hands and knees once more. Little shift and hinge in the hips. And then this time, instead of cat-cow, a little sway side to side, kind of making a crescent shape. So shoulder to hip on one side, shoulder to hip on the other. Just check in with your shoulders, your neck, your back. Let your head go. Take a couple movements that just feel kind of right in the body, in your body. So whether they match what I'm doing or if it's something else completely different. And just notice any changes. And notice if you can feel that renewed energy. And then we're going to take half pigeon on the right leg. So half pigeon, knee comes forward towards the right wrist and your ankle comes out in front of your left knee. It helps to have a block, a pillow, if you'd like, to keep up off of your right hip and more down into the left one. You can also sit on like a block here in the center of your hips if it helps. Also a blanket. You can roll up a blanket and use it if you don't have a bolster. Truly sitting on that and just bringing that front leg, so your right leg out in front. Trying not to be too far forward, so your chest shouldn't be in front of your knee. It should be back behind your knee because you're lengthening back through the left leg and then lowering your hips down. And so for me, this feels really good right now with a pillow underneath me. So I'm going to stay here with that pillow or the rolled blanket underneath. And then lowering down when and if you're ready. And coming down. And you can bring your right ankle out as much as you would like. The further out your right ankle is towards the front edge of your mat, the more pull you're going to feel up the outside of the right leg, probably, maybe even the inside. Wherever you feel it is where your body needs to feel it. But just be mindful that it makes it more intense because you are opening up that hip just a little bit more as you pull that ankle out. You're adding a little more tension on your knee as well. If this isn't available, then lying on your back, crossing your right ankle onto your left knee, and then pulling your left leg in towards you, you'll still feel that same tension. You won't be opening your left hip flexor, but it's okay. We'll end up doing that later on anyway. So taking whatever version feels good in your body. Come to your half pigeon on your back or on the front prone. And then we can find that sleeping version. So again, staying on your forearms to keep your spine straight, or coming down onto a block, a pillow, rounding down over onto a pillow if you'd like, or just something to support your head. Big surrender posture, especially if you're prone or in the position that I am in, when you're really just melted down. You're really giving your body permission to be heavy in this place. Permission to be a little uncomfortable, trying to breathe through that discomfort, breaking the walls down. And as you break walls down of tension, it's like you're breaking walls down that you've built just to protect yourself, sometimes from your own, protecting yourself from you. So Yin is a really good place to start to build the trust with yourself. Build that intimate relationship with your body again, your mind, your heart. Be more in tune and self-aware. Great place to just observe. Really notice the small places in the body, places that don't get your attention very often or for very long. We're here for 3 more breaths. Half pigeon is one of those places as well that you might feel the numbness and tingling in, say, your right foot here. And there's nothing wrong with that numbness and tingling. It's uncomfortable for many of us at times just because it's a sensation that we don't often like to have. all it is just a new sensation. It's not bad. It's just a restriction of the fluid and the blood flow for just a few moments, and then slowly lifting up when you're ready. And this is when we get to feel that pooling of fluid and circulation back into that space. And it's kind of a rush. So pull your right leg out. If you're on your back, just straighten it out. And this is when we get to lengthen that right leg back behind you. And then find some movement. So get your fluid back into that joint space. Your knee, your ankle, your hip, circles. And there's that regenerative sensation, that renewing, the big release. And when you get all that new energy and fluid and circulation, you can sit back on your legs for just a minute on your knees and just feel the right side and the left side. That right side feels open, it feels long, it feels stronger. Left side maybe feels a little dormant. So for me, especially, like, my left side feels like this dark and dingy, like, ugh. And the right side is like, yes. Like, it wants to say yes to a whole bunch of more movements. Feels better, feels stronger. All from just allowing that space of stillness to let things draw out, let things pool and collect, and then wash it away. All right, left side. So finding it on your back or prone like I am. And again, so lengthen your hips back behind you, straighten the right leg behind you. Left knee is bent. Left ankle can be out as much as you'd like. And then when you're ready, remember to try and sit more into the right hip flexor and off the left back hip. And then slowly walk your way down. Melting as far as you would like to, as far as comfortable. Nice and slow. Use your breath. If in a few moments you start to feel that release, you want to go deeper, go ahead and adjust and move into it a little bit more. The breath can help guide you into a deeper place in pigeon or any other pose. So just remember to breathe. Let the breath lengthen your body, even here, lengthening your spine, lengthening the torso, pushing your hips down away from your shoulders, letting everything soften as much as you can on the outside of the body. Finding 2 more breaths. Release your last exhale however you would like. And then bring yourself back up. And again, take your time, stretching the left leg back behind you or up above you. rock back and forth with the ankle, the hip, the knee, some circles. And again, just feeling all of that surging energy. And coming down onto your sit bones. Feet together. We've done this one before, butterfly or Baddha Konasana. And just allowing your heart to melt down forward. We're just here for a few breaths. If you can come down low enough to bring your forearms onto your mat, maybe bending your elbows and cradling your head in the palms of your hand, or maybe just palms facing up. Take a few moments. Take away whatever you can right here. So take from this moment a thought, a feeling, a sensation, an idea. Last breath in. And exhale out all the way. Empty, empty, empty. Draw the belly in. And slowly roll up. Straightening your legs out. We're going to come down onto our backs. Take your time. So legs straight out. And then bend the knees. Walk your hands back. Come down onto your forearms first. Lower belly drawn in. So kind of pike your belly. Kind of rounding your spine here. And then pull your shoulders back as far as you can. So walk your elbows out. So you're opening your chest. Take a deep breath and lift your chin. And if it's available, drop your head back on the pillow of the tops of your shoulders. Couple of breaths in and out. Exhale through the mouth. Pull the belly in as you do. 2 more. Last one. Slowly lift the head gently. And rolling down onto your back all the way. Pull the spine nice and long. So make any of those adjustments that you need to. Lift the hips, curl the tailbone out from underneath you, pull the shoulder blades back underneath you as well, kind of walk your shoulders, and just feel your body kind of open up onto the mat. So let your center just really kind of be pushed up and out. And then one at a time, bring your knees into your chest. Little space between the knees today instead of a super tight ball. Not quite happy baby. We're not there yet, almost. Little rock and roll. And now bring the knees together and roll onto the right hip. Let both knees drop over to that side. Lengthen out your right arm and your left arm. So take a deep breath in and sweep the left arm up and over, open, open, open. See if you can bring both shoulders down onto the mat. Big supine twist. Big breath in. Exhale out. Again, remember in those twists, concentrating your breath into the midsection of your body. You'll actually hear and feel things shift, your connective tissues relaxing. And as things shift, they realign all on their own. Body has the same capacity to heal itself as it does to destroy itself. Come back to center. And over to the other side. So knees drop over onto the left. Big sweeping motion. So if your right shoulder lifted, deep breath in. And exhale, release it down. One more breath in. And exhale back onto your center. Hug the knees into the chest once more. Now finding happy baby. Did it pause over on that other one? Facebook Live? On that Facebook page? Did it pause? It's like sitting still. I don't know. Oh well. Hopefully it didn't do that for them. Roll the ankles. I'm just noticing my Facebook screen froze, guys, so I'm hoping that didn't happen for you. So we're in happy baby. And then bring the legs together up above you, finding that inversion. So I like to find the legs up here with a block or a pillow or something underneath. And if you lift your hips up and place that block or pillow underneath your hips and give your pelvis a little bit more of a tilt. And again, if you have a place on the wall that you want to bring your legs up the wall to, and sometimes when you bring your legs up the wall, you can leave them straight or you can even open them up. And that feels good too for your legs up. And again, this is an inversion. So if you want to take it a little bit further, come onto shoulder stance, that's fine too. But just remember, we're in a yin place right now. So just staying soft, letting go of your ego. Just let your body be as it is. Inversions help to calm and relax your mind and your central nervous system. It's that last bit of toning that dial down of that survival instinct in our bodies, that reactive space. It just lets everything calm. Fluid drains back down into our vital spaces. When you're ready, coming all the way down, lowering the legs once more, or staying with them up on the wall if you'd like. Come into that nice, comfortable place in the body. Bring your left hand to your heart, right hand to your abdomen. And just feel that breath rise and fall, the ebb and the flow, the in and the out. And no matter how soft your breath gets, it's still a very deep, purposeful exchange that takes place in it. And no matter how slow your heart beats, it's still a very strong and purposeful beat. So no matter what shape we're in, no matter what place or space our mind is in our bodies or life, there's always purpose, there's always meaning, and there's always strength. Allowing yourself to find Shavasana, relaxing your mind and your breath. And just let your body be a shell on your mat. Shavasana for as long as you would like to. And coming out when you're ready. Filling the body with more breath. Allowing your mind to come back to your body. Notice the shape of it on your mat. See it in your mind, the backs of your eyelids. And then slowly moving that shape, little at a time. Rotating the ankles and the wrists. Rocking your head side to side. Feeling all that new release, that new space in the neck and the shoulders. Just notice how fresh the body feels. And coming up to a seated posture, rolling through on your favorite side. Finding a seated, meditative, comfortable posture. Deep breath in, hands out nice and wide. And then exhale, give yourself a big hug. Because I know that we're all missing that a lot, those hugs, especially if you live alone. So just remember, when you do need a hug, you can always hug yourself. And it should be the best hug you could give. Bringing your hands to heart, thumbs connecting to your sternum. Big deep breath in and exhale out all that you can. Connecting your mind and your heart. Allowing those places to stay soft and strong. Open. And full of light and love. All the love and light in me sees and honors the love and light in you. Bowing forward together, we say, Namaste. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day, or maybe you're going to do this evening right before you sleep. Whatever it is, just remember the importance of yin is to be relaxed so that you can release out as much as you can. Have a wonderful day. Thank you guys for joining me.